Right, Dallas Stars fans, this is Danny Cohen coming to you with some post-game commentary on that shutout loss to the Kitty Cats. That was a fun loss. If you're going to lose a game, that's a fun way to do it. And we come out of that road trip through Tampa Bay and Florida, two very difficult teams. We're banged up. We got 2 points coming back home. Not too bad. By the way, if you like this content, hit that subscribe button for me, like, and comment. Would love to see your comments in the box there. So the Panthers, they really know how to make you pay for mistakes. And we saw a little bit of that here tonight with some of the goals against. You just don't have a whole lot of room for error against these guys. It's almost like a playoff game in terms of the margin of error that you have. I think we also got hit with a little post karma here, especially there in the closing moments of the game, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Our point streak goes to 6 on the heels of 2 overtime losses. I'll take it. That is also 6 one-goal games in a row for the Stars. So these are some very tight games here. Not winning by a lot, not losing by a lot. And how good is Brad Marchand? I wanna throw a little sunshine his way. He plays hard. He's physical. He's skilled. He's fast. Every team in the league wants a guy like that. I know. I heard a lot of people here talking about, oh, how our gritty guys don't have speed, and some people think that you can only have one or the other. And I'm here to tell you, there's some players out there who can bring them both, and one of those guys is Brad Marchand. Wish we had a Brad Marchand, but we got a Mikko Rantanen who's pretty darn good too. That guy, man, he is just a stud, just a bull. He plays so hard on the puck. He's skilled. He's got eyes in the back of his head. We really have a superstar there. A lot of people are talking about how I think most of his points are coming on the power play. So what? The power play is money this year versus last year, and that's in large part to Mikko Rantanen, mostly I would say. And the even strength points are gonna come. This guy's good. He knows how to put puck on stick, and put that puck in the back of the net. So speaking of power play, we've had 12 power play goals in the last 12 games. When you're getting one power play goal a game, especially in these close games, that is keeping us afloat. What would we do without our power play right now? It would look pretty rough. Going into the game, on a separate note, I was like, what is DeSmith doing in net? And I like DeSmith, but we're playing the Stanley Cup champs. I know that Otters played a good handful of games in a row here, and we've got Edmonton back home, but um, I'll tell you, DeSmith does not have that calm resilience that Otter does, and it would have been interesting to see. I think that DeSmith had a pretty good game here tonight, and we'll get into some of that, but I would have been curious to see if we would have won that game with having Otter in net. Just one goal, right? One goal here, and it's a different ball game. So who knows? I would have put Otter in tonight. So and before we get into how the game played out, Sam Steele had 3 assists. He was all over the place tonight. So noticeable. Really good assists. Uh, you gotta like some Sam Steele. So let's get into the first period. Miro starts off with a nice defensive play pretty early in the game with his stick on for Hagee. Good to see him. I think he's kind of slowly starting to come back, at least on the defensive side of things, and getting it a little bit together, which we need. Um, Bastion ends up getting called with an offensive zone penalty for slashing. We have an unbelievable net front scramble on the PK. It stayed out. Stars killed it. Bails out Bastion on that one. In the first period, I saw some good physicality from both sides. You come to expect that when you get the Panthers. And we ended the period with no goal, and that's 8 straight games coming out of the first period with no goal for the Stars. So we just don't get it going early enough. If we can start the game with a little momentum, it would go a long way. So more continuing patterns. The start the period, we get 2 goals. The Stars end up down 2-0, which we're quite used to seeing here recently. The first one, Mikko tries to pass to Miro, of all people, in the O zone, who's pinching. Why is Mikko trying to hit a pinching Miro? That's a low probability play. Miro doesn't score ever. I don't know why he's being so aggressive with when the margin for error against this team is so low. It comes back the other way on the turnover. The pass doesn't connect, and Marchand with a rushing snipe goal on the return rush, and Miro isn't there because he's busy up ice pinching on a play that he 9 times out of 10 he's not going to score on that. So then, boom, boom, we get another goal from Florida. Sagan this time fumbles the puck along the boards in the D zone, and there's a Florida shot that hits the bar. The rebound goes behind the net and goes to Reinhart. DeSmith is scrambling out of position, and Reinhart banks it off at DeSmith from about a 1% or a 1 degree angle. Great shot. That one is one of the ones that I wonder if Otter would have stopped. So that goal made it Reinhardt's 300th, so congrats to him on that one. Halfway through the game, it's a pretty low shot game, and Ritzy is hard on the forecheck, ends up drawing a double minor against Seth Jones. Gets some stitches, I think it was in the nose area or upper lip, something in that area, and then we end up getting a double minor power play. So we got a goal on the first one. Johnston on the first penalty of the double minor gets a pass from Mikko, who had taken the puck end to end. This started with him in our zone. He gets the zone entry. Good on him. Makes that great pass to the right circle to Wyatt, who just roofs it. Beautiful goal. He's still on fire. And then we got 1 power play left. That one's done after the goal. And this is why you want to have Harley on PP1 all the time, every time. He's out there on his second unit there, and he immediately releases the shot once he gets the puck at the point. He doesn't wait that half second that Miro does. That makes the world of difference, and it's able to get through the defense because it was released so quickly and accurately. And Ritzy tips it in for the first NHL goal of his career. Big congrats to Ritzy on that. And he's still bleeding when he scores the goal. So good on him. Gritty effort to get back out there. Great game for him. His best game of the year. And an exciting second period of hockey. So in the third period, Marchand has a big hit on Wyatt Johnston in our D zone. There's no return fire. I would have liked to have seen a clean hit in return. We don't get it. But then the Florida Panthers end up getting a goal. They go up 3-2. from Sam Bennett. They had some great passing um, that in our zone, and they ended up getting a kind of a fortunate bounce off of Bennett's leg on one of those passes or a shot. I don't know what it was, but it comes off of his leg in a way that it bounces right to his backhand, and a goal over a diving to Smith. So a little puck karma there coming back to bite us. We've had a lot of lucky bounces in both directions are in the last little run here. So eventually you're going to get that on the other end of things. Then with about little less than 3 minutes left, there's some sustained pressure um, in the opposition's end, and the Stars have been making great passes. Miko's playing bumper. He's joining the play, and then he shucks off Ekblad, who's interfering the hell out of him, knocking him down 2 times, and he was able to shuck him off and get to the net from behind the net, and get a tip off of a steel point shot. Beautiful goal. He was able to tip it, elevate it, just an elite play by our boy Miko. So I also noticed Ritzkovian's out there, and the last 2 minutes of the game tied again. He's out there in key moments, so he's doing something right for the coaches, even though he hasn't had a whole lot in terms of offensive production. So that's good to see. Good to see that they trust him so much. Then in overtime, I'm just crossing my fingers that we can get through overtime and to the shootout. Again, I don't like us in overtime. We're not a fast team, and we got two depleted teams here. So two big stops from DeSmith on Ekblad at the doorstep, one on his own rebound, and the Stars are ragging the puck a little bit at overtime, slowing it down, which I like to see because we don't have that speed. I think we can learn a lot from what they did here. Obviously, Gulletson made the change on the fly between games here, and that paid off. Two more stops by DeSmith. And man, Miko's hard on the puck at the end here. He's knocking somebody off the puck with his shoulder in the O zone. He's just a beast. And good to see a little beast mode in Jamie's absence. So we get out of overtime, and DeSmith made some really good stops in overtime. Got to give him credit there. So then we go to the shootout. Robo misses. He's usually money. And then here's that post karma. We've been getting a lot of posts by opposition teams on our net, and this time came back to bite us. Sagan hits the post. Miko hits the post. And then Marchand comes in with speed. Fast. 5-hole gets the shutout winner. And we almost came back from another 2-0 deficit. This team lives for 2-0 apparently. I wanted to see a little bit more physicality from our team as a whole, just to kind of see how we do against a team like Florida in that kind of a game, especially when somebody like Wyatt takes a big bump. I would have liked to have seen us come back, at least a face wash, maybe a big hit, maybe drop the gloves. I didn't think it escalated to that point, but you know what? Do it anyway. Might as well have some fun. So, as of the time of this recording, the Jets gain another point on us. The Avs picked up a loser point, so we don't gain any ground there. And overall, I think with the injuries that we have, you got to take these loser points and come back home. Hopefully we get a little healthier and we get on to the next and get some of our guys back, and I think it's going to be a little different ball game out there. So hope you liked the content tonight. If you want to reach me, you can reach me in the comments section, or You can email me at the foil hockey. That's TheFoil hockey at gmail.com. Have a good night, y'all.